She has built an empire managing the careers of her famous daughters, but now it looks like Kris Jenner has turned her attention to the next generation of Kardashians. The iconic momager, 66, starred opposite her granddaughter Dream Kardashian, 5, in a new ad campaign for the Amazon Glow system. The ad proves Kris has not let her recent legal war with Dream's mother Blac Chyna interfere in her relationship with her grandchild. The two interacted and played games virtually using the new system designed to make it easier for children to bond with remote family. The ad begins by showing Kris logging onto the system at 6:56 in the morning from somewhere in California in what was her third meeting of the day. "Hi Dream. Thanks so much for squeezing me in this morning," Kris tells her daughter over the video chat. "What are you up to, lovey?" Dream asks her grandmother. "I'm working really hard at getting my summer glow on," Kris replied. "So what's on the agenda today, boss?" Kris asks as she offers a variety of suggestions before Dream decides on the game Memory Mat. "I actually have a great memory," Kris says as they play the game. "I can remember the name of all my children and almost all of my grandchildren." Kris then imparts some life lessons to her granddaughter. "So what's the latest?" Kris asks her. "That's exactly what I wanted to talk about today," Kris says. "Life," she says as she puts on a pair of sunglasses. Dream then props on a pair of star-shaped sunnies. "Listen up. Life is a game and there are a few lessons I've learned along the way. Number 1, always look at the world with rose-colored glasses. Tres chic, dreamy. Number 2, a positive attitude is everything and you should always see the glass as half full." Kris adds the two then play a game of whack-a-mole, which Dream wins. "And that brings us to number 3, be a good sport, because winning isn't everything," Kris says. "And here's the most important lesson of all, nothing beats family, getting to spend time like this with you, that's the secret to my glow," Kris says. Kris won the next round of games they played, prompting Dream to recite the line once famously uttered by her grandmother, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." The ad comes several months after Dream's mother Chyna lost her lawsuit against the Kardashians. At a 2-week trial in April, Chyna had sought $108 million in damages, accusing Kim Kardashian, her sisters Khloe and Kylie Jenner and their mom, Kris, of defaming her and plotting to get her reality series axed. While the jury did not completely exonerate the billionaire clan from blame, they did not feel Chyna deserved any damages and awarded her zero. It was a massive defeat for the one-time model and now, rubbing salt into her wounds, the Kardashians are demanding that she pay the $391,000 they say they spent fighting her lawsuit. And that doesn't include their lawyers' fees. Chyna's attorney Lynn Ciani has since hit back, telling Daily Mail. Kris Jenner's attempt to financially ruin Angela White, the mother of her granddaughter Dream Kardashian, will not work.
Dream's father is Kris' son Rob Kardashian,
Chyna's former fiancé and her co-star on Rob Chyna. Under California law, costs are awarded to defendants only when they are without fault. In this case, a Los Angeles jury reached a verdict that defendant Kris Jenner falsely claimed that Chyna beat the S** out of Rob's face and that defendant Kylie Jenner falsely claimed that Chyna would proceed with using and physically abusing my brother. The same Los Angeles jury reached a verdict that defendants Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, and Kylie Jenner did not act reasonably and in good faith to protect their own economic interests in the Rob Chyna show. Angela White's objectives in the litigation were to prove that Kris and Kylie Jenner's statements were false and that all 4 defendants did not act reasonably and in good faith regarding Season 2 of Rob Chyna. Because Ms. White achieved these litigation objectives, defendants cannot be considered prevailing parties under California law and they cannot recover their exorbitant litigation costs of $391,000 from Ms. White. According to a list of the purported expenses obtained by TMZ, the Kardashian-Jenner clan says Chyna owes enormous sums for a variety of trial costs including more than $9,000 for service of process, over $7,000 to host electronic documents, nearly $20,000 to pay the court reporter and $63,000 to cover depositions. The single largest item was nearly $185,000 for models, enlargements, and photocopies of exhibits. The family didn't even bother listing a purpose for a final charge for almost $97,000, which they merely labeled as other. In addition to those expenses, Chyna will be on the hook for the Kardashian-Jenner's attorney fees. According to the outlet, the judge who oversaw the lawsuit will have to sign off on the charges before Chyna will be required to cough up the money. In response to the fees, the reality star's mother Tokyo Toni is attempting to fundraise $400,000 to cover them. Chyna had accused Kris and her daughters Kim, Khloe and Kylie of making statements to ruin or defame her reputation, along with trying to get her reality series cancelled. Though the jury ruled that the Kardashian-Jenners were at fault in some instances, Chyna was not awarded any damages. Rob Kardashian's ex was in the courtroom and showed off a seemingly emotionless face as the verdict was read, but the defendants, who had attended nearly all of the court sessions, skipped it to attend the Met Gala in New York City. Although the jury did find that the Kardashians were not justified in telling Rob Chyna producers that she had abused Rob, they didn't believe that contributed to the cancellation of the series. Kim was out of danger even before the verdict was reached, as the judge threw her out of the suit during deliberations. Chyna has vowed to file an appeal. In a separate legal issue, Chyna also reached a settlement in her revenge porn lawsuit against Rob last month.